Over the past few weeks, we've been learning how to put together our property investment strategy. Now, we have that strategy thanks to Tim from Infinite Wealth. Tim, now where do we start? I'm assuming we need to get some money.
That's right. You've got to start off by figuring out what it is that you're going to be able to spend and, of course, what it is that you can afford to repay.
Do we go with a bank? What's the best option?
Yeah, look, very commonly, a lot of people, maybe they've been banking with a particular bank for, say, 20 odd years, or maybe they have their own mortgage with that particular bank. Quite often, they'll start off by looking there. That can really limit your options. And in fact, the bank that you may have a long-term relationship may not be the best bank for you.
Okay, so who else do you go with?
Well, a great place to start is by meeting with a broker. Often brokers can access multiple lenders, so that way they can really test out your options, find out what the banks are willing to do to get your business, and make sure they set it up in a way that's going to be best for you as well.
Now, I'm assuming some brokers are better than others. How do you find one that's going to work really hard for you?
That's exactly right, just like anything in life, I guess. Probably the best piece of advice that I've ever been given is only ever listen to people who are where you want to be. So my recommendation would be find a broker that's got experience in property investing. The kind of lending that you do for an investment property is going to be different than you would do for an owner-occupier mortgage. And when I say experience in property investing, I don't just mean as a broker. I'm talking about personally. There's someone who has investment properties themselves and someone who's done it successfully.
That way they can give you proper advice. I get that, okay. And then do you focus on interest rates? Is that an important thing to really keep an eye on?
The interest rate can be important, but there's a lot of things to consider with any loan. Like, you may find a bank that has a cheaper interest rate, but they may not be willing to lend you as much. You may be better off being able to borrow more. Or maybe they're unable to give you the kind of flexibility with different products. It's important to have things like offset accounts so that you can reduce the amount of mortgage that you pay. Or, there's other products that can be beneficial when it comes to a proper investment strategy.
So don't get hung up on the interest rates.
Don't get hung up on the interest rates.
Great advice. Well, if you would like to get the best advice on how to meet your financial goals, you can always get onto infinitewealth.com.au.